Hi there, in this session I'll be talking about SAP UI5 Fiori, but we'll be focusing on these topics, routers and routing. This program is connected to the other um, program that I've created in the past, PO Report for SEM, double underscore. If you want to see where that is, you have to go to youtube.com and search for Paul Aguilar SAP and look for my channel. This is the logo. And go to videos. And this is the video right here, SAP UI5 Routing and Navigation Revised. So, so this UI5 application is the same with this one here. So here we will be adding some features like what I've said, the routing and routers. So also I've created a guide here that we could utilize. So if we go to the detail view as our first step and open with layout editor, we'll be adding a navigation here, an arrow, a left arrow over here. So how do we do that? Click this one or go to outline and hit sap.m.page and go at the bottom. You will see show navigation button. Hit that to set that to true and go to events and navigation press. Click new function, and for the function name type in go to PO header. Okay, and if we go to the PO detail control.js, this was automatically created by the wizard, and here you will be adding some code here. Okay, that will be the code. It will go to route PO header. If we check the manifest.json, the route PO header is this guy here. It will go to the target PO header. Target PO header will go to the view PO header. Okay, and let's test it. Did we save everything? No. Let's refresh. Click 10. Okay, now you can see this button here. Okay, it went back to the previous window, or to this PO header view. So next step is also a CP yard is saying that we have to change this O event to OEVT, but I think this case it's not necessary because we didn't change it. So let's create a new view this time. So go to web app, new SAP UI5, and for the view name, let's make it VPO item. Hit next, finish. So if you can see under web app controller, VPO item is created, and under view folder, PO item is created also. A while ago I accidentally placed it in a different folder, so it did not work. It should be in the same level of these guys here. Okay, now if we go to the PO item view, let's change the title to PO item detail. So the title is right there. Okay, and let's go to the manifest again, and we'll be adding some targets here. Manage targets. Hit plus, target PO item, check, and for this guy here, let's select a VPO item level 3 and save. And for the roots, let's add this guy here and selected PO. For the targets, let's select the one that we've created, target PO item. And if you will notice, I didn't change anything here like what I did before. I made this a root PO item, but this time I'll be leaving it as it is. Okay. Because I've noticed that if you didn't touch this one, if you go to the code editor, it correctly displays the name that you've entered here into the code editor. Unlike if you edited this guy here, root, it's not gonna be applied in the name here. You have to manually type the name here. So we're done with the routes. So next step is add the button in the PO detail. So this will trigger the navigation. So here, controls button. Okay, and for this button, let's change the text. Let's make it item, and let's add an icon. So for the icon, you can click that F4 like button there and type in right, and you can select that. It will go to the item, and after that we'll be adding an event. So here, click the events and one press set button, right? Okay, event, new function. For the function name, let's make it go to PO item. Save. Now let's go to the controller. So this was automatically created for the code. Let's paste that code over there, and let's change this to EVP beautify force. So let's review this code. It's just getting eBilin from the and transferring it to a variable vres, and this is for the router. Its target is the target PO item. This is the root that we've just created a while ago, and selected PO parameter will be the vres or the eBilin. Okay, after that, let's go to the PO item view. Let's design that. Okay, over here, and let's add a table. Oh no, in the under controls. Okay, that's a table, and in the table we will be editing the code here. If you double this one, under content, delete everything inside the content, and let's add some code here. Okay, the title of the table is IT item, and the entity set that it is binded into is a PO item set. So if we go to the SEGW, this is the service, and we have two entity sets, a PO header and a PO item, and these are the fields. But if we go to the properties of PO item, you will notice that key eBilin and eBilP are selected, and also later I will be explaining the code that was implemented in the get entity set of this PO item. Okay, now for this one, it's just a text and variables, and make sure these are typed in correctly because they are case sensitive. like this one, Ibelen, Ibelpi, all are capital. The first letters are in capital letters, and same with these guys here. And if we hit on the view here, this will how it looks like. Okay. Then after this one, okay, we'll be adding some code in the PO item controller. So the initialization and the en route, these are new. We'll be explaining them in a bit. So initialization, this is just for the router info, and validation, target PO item. And here, let's discuss this later on how to set a breakpoint. In the SAP UI5, it's a debugger. You have to type that. In arguments, LVPO, it just gets the selected PO, which is the PO Ibelen or PO number, and transfers it to the LVPO. And this is a service name, ZGWPO serve 01. So if we go to the runtime my artifacts, this is it, ZGWPO serve 01. They're the same. And filters, this is for the new code that I've implemented in this get empty set. Later I'll be explaining, and it's just basically filtering Ibelen. Okay, and binded it to the table ID item, like what I've shown in the ID item is the table ID. Okay, let's save. And the next step is okay, let's try running it right now. So if we hit an item, no data, let's more tools, developer tools, and after clicking the item, it went to that debugger, the breakpoint, this one here, and hit F10. It says LVPO is unidentified. Okay, hit F8, no data, and selected PO. There should be a number over here, so it's not transferring it. So if we go to the get entity set, go to ABAP workbench, and this is the code right here. Okay, PO item set, get entity set. I've just declared these guys here, and let's set a external breakpoint over there. Let's run it again, okay? F8. Let's go to the SAP, and it triggered the breakpoint. So if we go to this guy here, IT key tab, it says 0. But in the IT filter select options, it has an entry, one entry. So if you double click on this guy, Ibelen, it's showing it that it is null, no values. Ibelen. So how come it doesn't have any value? So there's a problem with the passing. So if we go to the PO detail controller, selected PO is empty. So why is the selected PO empty? If we go to the manifest.json, selected PO over here has missing curly brackets. Like in this guy here, selected item, it has curly brackets, braces. So it should also have curly braces over there. So save all, and let's run it again, okay? And let's go to debugger mode. And let's hit 10 there. And this guy here. And if we hit on F10, 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 if you can see here, LVPO is not null anymore or unidentified. It has an entry now. So if we hit F8, it went to debug again. Oh, sorry. Let's close these first two, and these guys F6. F8 might be this one. Okay, one entry. Evelyn. Okay, that's the value, F8. But even if we did the F8 in the SAP, it's not gonna proceed over here. So we have to remove that F8, I mean the external breakpoint. We need to remove this one so that the web IDE will run smoothly. Refresh. Let's wait for the code, for the details. Hit item, then F8. There, the data is now present. Okay, and let's add some navigation over here. Let's go to the first page. So how do we do that? In the PO item view, layout. Go to outline, hit on the sap.m page, and show navigation button has to be true, and go to events, navigation button press, new function, go to first page. And if we go to PO item controller, go to first page, and let's add some code here, and let's leave this behind. It should go to the route PO header. Route PO header is this guy over here. Should go to the target PO header, and target PO header is we'll go to the VPO header view. Okay, everything's saved. Let's run it again. And now you see this navigation button. If we click that, it went to the first screen. And let's go back to that filter. VPO item. Yep, this is the one. Filter. If we use this filter function, if you can see here, filter, this part of the code, IT filter select options, will be filled. Okay, so you can self-study this one, and you will see that this is a very useful feature of Web UI, Web IDE. And there, hopefully you learned something from me today. Have a good day. Bye.